it's Siobhan here, the Galloping Housewife. Yeah, I am on my way out to the yard. It is quite late in the day today. It's about 2:30, so I've got about an hour of daylight left. So I'll just go out and see Percy, might give him a quick trot around the arena. And yeah, of course Mitch is still up at the hospital at Glasgow, and I actually haven't had an update from him about him since Friday evening, and so I don't know what's going on with him, but I will be looking to hopefully go and pick him up in the next couple of days. They managed to, so it's the prognosis is okay. We'll see how we're going. We've got a couple of things that we can try, and what they've done so far is they've injected both his anterior and posterior chamber of his eye with TPA, which the medical people out there that follow me will know that TPA is a kind of an anti-clotting agent. It breaks down shit. We use it for ischemic strokes and for cardiac arrest, but it's good at breaking down. So it's a fibrinogen, which is the fibrous part of basically all our fluids that has sort of strung together and has been making Mitch's eye painful and constricting the pupil, and not allowing it to dilate and constrict as it needs to, and also he's got a slight retinal detachment, although he's still got quite reasonable eyesight in that eye. So it's possibly, I'm not sure whether the retinal detachment is as a result of trauma, or whether it's actually this stringy fibrin that's actually pulled it off, which is, either way, it is what it is. So they've used this TPA to break all that down, and then gentamicin is actually an antibiotic, but it's also a very good anti-inflammatory, has a very good anti-inflammatory response. So hopefully that we're still hoping that this is an acute uveitis rather than a reactive uveitis rather than a chronic condition for him. So fingers crossed that works. So anyway, he had that done on Friday afternoon, and then I got an email on Saturday saying that he had been good overnight, and his pressures were coming back to normal because his ocular pressures were all over the place, so fingers crossed that he will be good to come home and just be on some normal eye drops, because the other thing, the catheter in his eye had a slight abscess in it, not a big one, but it had been in there for 4 weeks. So it's not unusual for that sort of thing to occur. And in the meantime, I've been down in London. I've been down in the Plague City. We just went down for 48 hours. We have our regular hospitality suite there at the show, and this time it was out at XL in the Docklands rather than in at Olympia in Kensington. I quite like going into Kensington because, middle of town and the Christmas lights and everything that London has to offer there. But then, because of this Omicron variant, we wouldn't have been doing any socialising anyway, apart from obviously at the show. So yeah, it's but and actually I have to say that they put on a great show. It's probably I had the best time in the hospitality suite probably I've ever had. Partly we had really good company, and it's always good fun. The show itself was great, evening performance, and the dressage was amazing. Really, really lovely to see. So yeah, but I didn't go around. I didn't go into the shopping village at all. It just not for me. It was a risk I wasn't willing to take. And I really feel for those guys that had trade stands and stuff down there, because I'm sure the footfall would have been dramatically reduced, and I know that there were a lot of people that didn't turn up to hospitality in bits and pieces. So yeah, it's a bit shit. But anyway, that's I am on, like I said, I'm on my way out to the yard. And yeah, I mean, we did have a really, really good time down at Olympia, and I think that, you know, we've got a week until Christmas now. For our family, it is really low key, through a variety of reasons. It was always going to be reasonably low key. And yeah, I just feel like we're relaxing a little bit, and I know that there is a lot of stress going on out there in the world. You know, this time of the year can be really, really difficult if you've got a lot on, got a lot of preparation to do for things. You know, maybe you're hosting the Christmas celebrations at your place. Maybe you've got a bit of conflict going on in your family that you're going to have to manage. You know, maybe it's costing you more than you'd hoped. And yeah, I just wanted to say that I am here and I feel you, and you know that you are not alone. And that, yeah, I hope you hang around. I hope you hang around the Galloping Housewife thing, because one of my big things is, you know, about setting boundaries for this sort of stuff, and about having, you know, what you will and you won't deal with, and what you will and won't allow into your world. And it's perfectly okay to set those boundaries at Christmas time as well. It is perfectly okay if there's going to be a topic of conversation that causes your family stress. It's perfectly okay to say, we're just not talking about this. And it's perfectly okay for you to say, look, I'm not doing this unless you play by my rules. You know, you can say that you know, that you can have your own risk level that you're willing to take, and make sure, be the one that ensures that everyone abides by it. That is perfectly okay. And yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to say. Also about the financial thing, and I kind of feel that I've not been addressing this very much in the group and in my posts and things, but there, you know, there's a lot that we can do to make sure, you know, to enjoy and to have a really abundant and successful life, and also to not put ourselves into the situation where we were dreading getting the credit card bill in January, or, you know, in the UK here we've got corporate tax that's due at the end of December, and self-assessment that's due at the end of January. So our annual tax bill is all around this time of the year as well, which just seems ridiculous. I don't know why they can't make it March like the rest of the world, but it's, yeah, it is what it is. And you know, to be in that situation where you are actually grateful to be paying taxes. You know, it's because the alternative is not okay either. So yeah, I'm going to be getting into that a little bit more. I've kind of got things a little bit more under control in our own life. We're settled in up here now, and I've got we've got a big visa application going in very soon. And and I've just had a massive IT failure that I'm pretty sure I've gotten to the other side of. So I'm back on deck a little bit more. It's amazing how much time these things take up. But anyway, so that's me, that's my lot. Just wanted to touch base and say hi there. I'm hopefully going to get to load all these. I've got a bunch on here that I haven't loaded for a week or so. So I'm hopefully going to get to do that tonight, and we'll catch up with you hopefully tomorrow. I'll be driving somewhere tomorrow, just don't know where and don't know why. So right, see you then, bye now.